All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about table row as another layout type. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go to our layout here. I'm going to say new. I'm going to say layout resource file. And we're going to call this table layout. And the root element, let's say relative layout, because that's the one that we prefer. There we go. Now we have our view, designed view here very nicely. Okay, we have relative layout. Okay, so what do we need to do? Let's go back to open our text here and align things so they look decently fine. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we are going to add a table layout. Well, what we can do, let's go back to our relative here. Let's find table layout here. That's table layout. So as you can see, our table layout, there's two things. There's table layout and there's also a table row. So now you would imagine that if we are using a table layout, we will need to use a table row to supplement it inside. Okay, so table row is part of table layout, but you have to include it. So the table layout is just a layout that we can add a table. 25, forever 25. Now we have a really nice user interface of our table layout here, which contains all those table rows. Okay, that's very cool. And you can see the usability, or when could you use the table rows in many cases. I usually use table rows when I want to make sure that all of the items that I am aligning are on the same row, for instance, right? Here I gave you an example of text view, but you could have added any other widget inside there if you want them to be aligned in a row. Okay, so there's a lot of things you can do. And the thing about table rows or table layout is that they really organize your items in a very nice, predictable way on the screen. Okay, as you can see here, if we wanted to give a little space from the top here, we can say give it a margin, say margin layout, margin top here. You can give it 12 dp, for instance. And you can see there is a margin added. Okay, and we can keep going and having as many table rows as we need. And as you can see, things are very nicely organized. Okay, perfect. I'll see you next.